Welcome to the Insurance Agents and Brokers Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the audio version of Claire-ification. Claire-ification is a monthly guidance column in IA&B's primary agent magazine and is written by Claire Pantaloni, IA&B's Vice President of Advocacy. The question posed for the September 2026 column is, my bank is suggesting a product like IntraFi Cash Service or ICS to handle large account balances. Is it acceptable? And the answer is, banks often solicit agencies with new financial products. It is always a good idea to check if these products are both compatible with legal and regulatory requirements and protected by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC. First, let's review the basics. To be compliant with your fiduciary duties, your agency must maintain adequate records. That is, 1. Be able to ascertain premium funds from the agency's books and records at any time. 2. Identify the entities the funds belong to. And 3. Name specific dollar amounts held for each entity on whose behalf funds are held. In addition, when placing the funds in interest-bearing accounts, the funds must be placed in an account where no penalty can be levied against the principal for early withdrawal, and in an account insured by the U.S. government, such as FDIC, or in instruments secured by the U.S. government, such as U.S. Treasury bonds, bills, or notes. As a reminder, the FDIC provides protection up to $250,000 per depositor. Now to the IntraFi/ICS product. As described by the bank, the product works as follows. If an agent holds $600,000 in deposits from an entity, the financial institution first divides that $600,000 into smaller amounts, each under the $250,000 FDIC maximum. For example, 3 deposits of $200,000 each. Then, it places these amounts into deposit accounts at multiple FDIC-insured banks that participate in the ICS program. The funds remain accessible at any time from the original financial institution with which the agent is doing business. Both the participating institutions and the types of accounts are FDIC-insured, and no penalty for early withdrawal is associated with these accounts. All the above elements are essential both for FDIC protection and to meet agency fiduciary obligations. IA&B reached out to the FDIC to share their view of the product and confirm the answer. They did, with some specific reminders. This is an abridged version. The FDC's full response is included in IA&B's white paper at iabforme.com/white-papers. In short, the product would be permissible and would not invalidate FDIC protection as long as the agency's records properly account for the customers and the insurer's funds, as well as the agency's for the commission portion. And all other normal FDIC conditions listed are met, including proper designation and naming of the account as a pass-through. This is important and should not be overlooked. Having clear records is always crucial to the FDIC since, by definition, when the FDIC is triggered, the bank is insolvent and its records may be incomplete. The FDIC also recommends that the agency inquire of the financial institution how the funds are distributed among the financial institutions in the IntraFi group. Do they divide all funds by the total number of participating institutions, or do they use the minimum number of institutions in groupings of $250,000? Knowing this is important for the agency to know for the same tracking reasons if one of the institutions goes insolvent. For a more detailed response and a complete overview of fiduciary duties and how to properly name and identify your fiduciary account to leverage $250,000 FDIC protection for each carrier and customer rather than the entire agency account, review IA&B's state-specific white paper, iabforme.com/white-papers, on the subject. Finally, as always, if the customer on whose behalf the premiums are held also has funds in the same institution, then the FDIC's standard maximum deposit insurance amount might be exceeded. But absent that circumstance, the product as described seems adequate to protect the fiduciary funds held by the agency on behalf of its principals. Thank you for listening.
Insurance Agents and Brokers is the premier resource and champion for independent insurance agencies in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Delaware. For more information, visit iabforme.com.
This is not a legal opinion and should not be relied upon as such. The intent is to provide a general background regarding the topic or topics discussed, not to provide legal advice. Producers and agencies should consult an attorney regarding specific situations and specific questions with respect to the topic or topics covered. Neither IA&B nor any of its employees shall be responsible for any errors or omissions regarding any statements made, nor any errors or omissions regarding any statutes, regulations, court rules, and/or any other government documents cited.